Hello and welcome to another episode of my video. What I want to talk about today is like the part two of the last video I made. So I was talking about demystifying the myth about the wheel strategy and the risks involved. Whereas we're under no illusion that there are risks involved in the real strategy, there are ways to mitigate the risk. I think it's a fantastic strategy if you know what you're doing. You can't just pick any random stock and look at the premium and oh, it's attractive, and then you just jump into it. Like I said in my other video, I'm not gonna waste too much time going into that. If you want to see that other video, just go to last week. I don't know how to put a link here that people say click on this link and go to it or whatever. Maybe I'll try to put it in the description below this video. But basically, I'll make this a part two. So what I'm in the last video, I spoke about choosing a stock that is not volatile, so it doesn't go yo-yo on you. On this, for this one, the other thing you want to consider is always write option contracts that are far out of the money. The downside to this, or the trade-off to this, it's not a downside. The trade-off to this is that you don't receive as much premium as if you're writing a contract closer to the current. If you're choosing a strike price that is closer to the current trading market price. Same with if you choose a stock that is not volatile. If you choose a stock that is not volatile, the premium you receive will be less than if you choose a volatile stock. And the reason is because you're taking on less risk when you take on stocks that are not volatile. They tend to pay less because of the risk. Same with dividend. If apart from dividend, if you think about it this way, if you want to trade, if you want to own stocks because of the dividend, you want to look at the dividend kings and dividend aristocrats. They pay less in dividends than the other volatile ones. Now, the volatile ones, they pay more, and that's the risk you're going to have to take. So if you're like me, that you're conservative and you want to look at a slow and steady pace, you want to choose a stock that is not volatile, and you want to sell far out of the money contracts, or you want to write option contracts that are far out of the money. That way you don't make as much, but you don't run the risk of spending too much time and mental energy and money trying to do management. Position management, although you should know it, is something you want to stay away from. You don't really have to indulge in that kind of volatility if you're like me. Now, if you're a trader outright, well, you can go into that field. But what my strategy, what I'm trying to do is think of it like if you have a stock that pays, or an ETF that pays about 5% a year or 6% a year, and you want to write option contracts that kind of gives you another 5% or another 6% a year. Add that 6% to the 6% you already have in dividends, and that's 10 to 11% a year. And I think that's brilliant. 10 to 11% on any investment as a conservative person that you're looking to build it over time. I think that's good. That allows your nest egg to reach critical mass. Sorry, I'm using them terminologies. Critical mass pretty early on. So one of the stocks I'm going to go into now. I have had to liquidate it because I bought a Russell 2000, like I said in previous videos. But the stock calls KSS that I'm looking to go into, the dividend is pretty high. I think it's about 6 to 7%. So every quarter they pay quarterly. Every quarter, the amount you receive is enough to buy another stock or two other stocks. So, and if you put it in if you enroll it in a DRIP or dividend reinvestment program, what happens is as soon as you get paid the dividend, you don't get the cash. They use that dividend to buy stock. So you to buy stock that that dividend can afford. So if the dividend is buying two extra stocks from me every quarter, it means I'll be owning 8 extra stocks at the end of the year, which will then give me dividends again. Now, the options, the contracts that I'm selling, the target could be to get to be receive enough premium at the end of the month or at the end of every month that I can buy one more stock. So let's say it's trading for 25 or 23 or something like that. What I'll be trying to do is sell the right option contracts that I get maybe 6 a week or 7 a week or even 5 a week. And at the end of the month, at the end of no, not 5 a week, say 6 or 7 a week. And at the end of the month, I'm having 6 times 4, which is 24, or 7 times 4, which is 28. And I can buy one extra stock with that. So you look at that over a year period if things go well. Okay. It's always if things go well. Things can always go anyhow with the stock market. So at the end of the year, I have 12 stocks that I've bought from the money I made from the premiums. And then I have 8 stocks that I've bought from the dividends that have been paid. So that's 12 times 8. That's 20 extra stocks at the end of the year. In 5 years, I'll have doubled that portfolio. I'll have made 100 stocks. So I started with 100 stocks. And in 5 years, I have another 100 stocks. Now I have 200 stocks. And that is going to build up with time. Now, it might not take me up to 5 years because of law of compounding. Stocks I buy every month, I'm going to get dividends on those, even though it's in cents. The stocks that the dividends bought for me, the 2 stocks the dividend bought for me every quarter, I'm going to get dividends on those as well. So using law of compounding is going to be less than 5 years. But let's just say, things go here and there. 5 years, you've doubled that. And that's going to be double dividends every quarter and double the premium every month. So you can go faster with that, and with time, that thing is going to fly up and shoot up. So that is the strategy when it comes to building dividend stocks. And again, two things to consider. Let me recap. Number one, buy stocks that are steady, that are not going like yo-yo. That's why I always say either go for ETFs or indexes, or ETFs that tracks indexes that are pretty steady, not the volatile ones, or go for dividend kings or dividend aristocrats or things like that. They will fluctuate every now and again, but the vast majority of the time they'll be okay. Secondly, sell far out of the money strike price, or choose a strike price that is far out of the money. You will get less premium for it, but you don't run the risk of the stock flying past through your strike price, and then you have to start thinking about position management, buying it back, or rolling it up and forward, or rolling it whichever direction you want to go to. That will be my nugget on this video. Happy Easter to everybody. It's Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to you wherever you are in any part of the world, if you're celebrating Easter. And if you're not celebrating Easter, from me to you, happy Easter still. So that's it for now, and I'll catch you on my next video.